What's up, you guys? It's Aya. Welcome back to my camera roll. I have not posted a video in forever, so this is my first video back. I'm so excited. Today we're going to be yapping and doing some makeup. I have a couple of topics that I want to discuss, and what better way to talk about it than to do some makeup while yapping. Yeah, my face is bare right now. I think I'm just gonna put some moisturizer on and then we can get into the makeup, but first I need to put this hair up and back. So first off, I really want to start posting more, so this is gonna be like my way to dip my foot in the pool of YouTube again. I genuinely just like have had no motivation to post anything, which is why I haven't been posting. And I've been wanting to, but there's just been, like I said, no motivation. But I've been watching a lot of like amazing YouTubers that I used to absolutely love to watch back in the day, like that I still actually pretty much watch, but I was watching like some of their older vlogs that I used to watch. I was watching Emma Pritchard and Maggie McDonald, and it was making me reminisce on a time when YouTube was so good. I feel like YouTube is still good. There's still so many great creators out there like that I watch, like Maya Beatrice. She's great. I feel like I think her name's Aaliyah's Face is great. As Leah, like those are like OG YouTubers for me, because those are the people that I grew up watching. Sometimes I watch like Avia from Shade Tarts, if you guys know who that is, and like a few other people, but other than that, I don't watch YouTube as much as I used to. But I've been watching it recently. I've been on like a little YouTube kick. It's been making me really like excited to post on YouTube again. I wanted to talk about a couple of like, you know, topics that are like in the media right now, but also that are just like I have been thinking about and wanting to get off my chest and talk about. Let's prime the face first. So recently in like the media, there's been this article going around that was on Vogue about boyfriends being embarrassing, and I feel like I kind of agree. So I feel like in some instances when we're talking about especially girls that are like on social media, that are like influencers and, you know, do the internet for a job, this kind of feels a little bit parasocial when I say it, but like when I am watching someone on YouTube and like their content isn't, they're like these women that like independent and they are like making this money from YouTube and they live alone and it's cute and they like go out with their friends, and I love that because I can relate to that. But then there's like some instances where suddenly when the girl gets like a boyfriend and then she starts to bring him to her channel, suddenly the entire channel is about her and him. And like, okay, yeah, that's great, I love that for you, like, yes, period, you have a boyfriend and I love that, but like I didn't come here to see that man. That might be a little controversial, but like it's like I didn't come here to see that man. I literally wanted to watch you be like this independent girl, and it's like that's fine, like that's cute, but like it's cute every once in a while, but then to like center your videos around the man is like that's a little embarrassing to me. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm like a hater because I'm single. I don't know. That might sound really parasocial, but I know there's like a couple of people that I have watched that I personally like stopped watching because of like, not because they've gotten boyfriends, that's kind of weird, but like just because like their content has changed. And going into that, in the article it talks about how a lot of women into like today are like hesitant to post their boyfriends, or like hiding their faces, going to as far as like blurring their faces on their post. Like they'll make an entire post but then blur the boyfriend's face, which is kind of funny when you think about it, but that does seem like a far stretch. Like I feel like I wouldn't go that far. Like at that point I wouldn't post him if I had to do that much to hide him. He just wouldn't be getting posted, like, to be honest. And also, like, if I had a large audience, not to say that I was like insecure and I didn't want, but like I wouldn't want a lot of people to be like following my boyfriend. Like that to me feels weird, because a lot of the times girls on social media don't have the best intentions. Like random people will try to like have it out for you, and it's like, okay, weird. Like, okay, right, like it's kind of weird in my opinion. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Did I think about that a lot when I do see people post their boyfriends? It's like I would be a bit hesitant, only because I don't want girls going to follow my man, trying to DM my man, people to be in my business. Like I just don't love that. So as far as like the privacy aspect, I feel like I understand that, and I don't think that they're necessarily embarrassed. More so they want privacy. And I feel like I said, a lot of times people can just like really overstep their boundaries when it comes to being like on the internet. I feel like we see that a lot, that not even just like celebrity, like not even celebrities, like random like influencers, people will go to such far lengths to like find out who their boyfriend is, find out who their friends are that they don't always show. And it's like, I don't really like that. Also, one hot take for me is that when it comes to like social media, is that like that man, if you're seriously putting that man on the internet and he's getting clout off of you, essentially, if y'all break up, that man just took an insane amount of clout from you. I don't love that. Like I'd be pissed. And it's not even about like the clout, I feel like, more so just the fact that like I made you, like I made you. Like what are we gonna do about that? Like no. I'd be like, everybody unfollow him, like no. But yeah, I don't love that. To me, that pissed me off. And then lastly, going still into that topic, I feel like you don't have as much, like whenever you are showing that person, it's like you don't have as much freedom to like say and do as you please. Like before, you were this single girl, you could say whatever you want. You could be like, oh, I'm going on a date tonight, I seen this hot boy, da 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 da. It could be like this girly talk, but like you have a boyfriend and it's like can't really say everything, which sounds crazy, but it's like I feel like that also sounds parasocial maybe, but like I just feel that way. I don't know, judge me, don't judge me, I don't know, but that's how I feel about it. And now, I mean, if you know that this man is like the love of your life, like this man, you're gonna marry this man, I mean, like, period, girl, do that then. Because at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. It's your channel. But I also just feel like, be mindful of your audience is what it all boils down to. I think that you just have to continue to be you and what you usually post. I feel like you should continue to do that and not center the channel around your relationship all of a sudden, and then you're like suddenly like going to my boyfriend's game, cooking my boyfriend dinner, da da da. Like girl, no. We didn't come to see that, honey. We did not come to see that. Going into my next topic, this one is kind of like, I don't know, it's I feel like it's like give or take. Like you can take it a certain way, but like I feel like everyone is trying to live by an aesthetic. We need to stop trying to be cool and be like ourselves. I feel like everyone is living in this false sense of aestheticness, and that because these girls on social media are posting and it's like, oh my gosh, like this like luxurious life, and I'm supposed to get up and every day and do Pilates and make coffee, and like that's cute. I do those things, like they're very girly things, but also when it comes down to it, those are not realistic things unless you have an abundant amount of funds. But I fear that they've already implemented this into random regular people's everyday lives that are just like influenced by them, like young girls especially too. Like even going as far as like skincare and like makeup. Like when we were younger, we weren't wearing full faces of like makeup or like going to Sephora. Was Sephora around? I think it was, but it just wasn't like what we were doing until we got into like our teens probably. But now you have these young girls who are basically just doing all of these weird skincare, doing retinol treatments and like all these things that like they don't need at such a young age, because they see their favorite influencer doing it and thinking, oh, this is gonna make me cool. Which is like, okay, cute, do whatever you want. But I just feel like there should be a limitation to things, and how I just hate that like the way that influence in today's society happens, it's just not the healthiest. Like just because you see that girl doing that doesn't mean that you should go do it. You know what I mean? And it's not bad influence, it's just not practical. Like, or these girls that are like doing all of these really cool things, it's like, okay babe, you can like do that, but also a lot of these people have been in the game for so long. I think people forget that. Like for me personally though, I want to do this. I want to do YouTube, I want to do TikTok, I want to pursue social media, and I always have. I just procrastinated. I'm a procrastinator, so I don't want to sound like a hypocrite when I say these things, because they're like, you're probably like, girl, you're doing the exact same thing. Funny, but I feel like there are also regular things that you can do to be cool, that are normal everyday people things, that make you honestly such a cool person. Because, you know, influencers are cool, and like these people, celebrities are cool or whatever, but they're not real. A lot of times it's not realistic, and it's like, I'm not trying to downplay them, that they're like they didn't work hard to get there, or that they, you know, didn't deserve it. But it's like, you know, it's a lot of times it's not realistic. Once again, going until they have an abundant amount of money. Now also I want to go into change being scary, but also staying the same being even scarier. I agree with that saying. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that saying, but like, I agree, because yes, change is scary, and I need to like take my own advice when it comes to things like this, because I am the biggest like procrastinator, but also like non-risk taker. Like those things scare me, like genuinely put fear in me, because like I can sit here and be like, oh my god, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, but in reality none of that is going to happen unless I do it. Like you can't procrastinate. You can't be like, I want this, and then expect for it to just fall into the palm of your hands. That's not realistic, and that's not how life works, unfortunately. And I wish that it was. Like, I wish it was that easy, because if it were that easy, I would be where I wanted to be in my career by now. Obvi. But yeah, I just think that staying the same can definitely be 100 times scarier than change. And I feel like it may sound kind of crazy that like you can say that, but like I feel like it's easier said than done. Like it's definitely easier said than done. But yeah, so change is necessary. I feel like it's worth it a lot of the times, and even if you do fail, it's like you get to say that you tried, and that's like the best part, I guess. Oh, but also I need to take my own advice, because when it comes to that, I am the biggest non-risk taker. Like I'm not into taking the biggest risk in the world, because I'm scared. And you know, sometimes you fail and it's like, oh my god, I don't want to ever do that again, because it's so much easier to not know and not do, or to kind of wish, than to fail and say, hey, at least I tried it most of the time. I think it's like fear. I think it's called like the fear of the unknown is what it would be, I guess. But like, it's real. Like, that's a genuine fear. And it kind of makes sense because it's like, you are scared because you're uncertain. You don't know what's going to happen. But like, why risk? I guess it's like, why risk it not working out just for, I guess it's like, why risk it not working out when you could have just not done it at all? Which I feel like that's horrible advice though, because I hope that no one is telling people that, because that's kind of insane. Because it's just like, just do it. If it doesn't work out, okay, so be it. That's fine. You can just, but at least you can say that like, oh yeah, like I did this, and you know, maybe you can try again because you've learned from that mistake. You know, learning from mistakes is like what makes, I feel like that's like what makes us human, is learning from mistakes and growing from them as well. But yeah, all that to say that change is necessary, inevitable, but also it can, like, realizing that it can be scary is good, but also scary isn't bad. I feel like a lot of times we associate like being scared with like something bad, but I think that it can be a good thing, because like, you need to get out of your comfort zone. I think that if you live in comfort forever, you won't ever get to experience what it's like to be uncomfortable, because sometimes uncomfortable situations can, not even uncomfortable situations, but like uncomfortableness can be a result of some good things sometimes. So, and I don't know if other people would agree with that, but for the most part I do agree with that, though I don't always take my own advice. I should. I'm gonna go ahead and do my blush. So change is necessary. Next topic, I want to be talking about the Ozempic epidemic. Now this could be controversial, but I'm not talking about people that are on Ozempic for like health reasons. Like, that obviously is understandable. Like, if you have diabetes and stuff, that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's what your doctor has told you to do. But some of these people out here, like some of these celebrities and like influencers, or just a lot of people on the internet, have turned like this thing, like it's like a skinny competition. Suddenly everyone wants to be skinny. Hopefully this doesn't get me canceled. And it's like, I don't think it's skinny people. I want to be skinny. I have always wanted to be skinny, but also I think, what happens when, you know, all these people are taking this like medicine? What happens like when the side effects hit you in a couple of years? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I genuinely just wonder what the side effects are going to be for those people who are just taking these dosages, especially if they're taking like high dosages to lose weight quickly. Like, I wonder what the effects of that are going to be. Going into this topic, it's like, imagine like when everyone's gonna be skinny, and like, I feel like a lot of the times what's happening too, a lot of people are who were like not even overweight, just didn't like the way that their fat was accumulating on their body, have taken Ozempic, especially like the influencers that are just getting like bone skinny. But not saying any of this to shame anyone. I think that like, do whatever you want. It's your body. Put whatever you want in your body. Like, at the end of the day, because honestly, I can't lie, if I genuinely like wanted to get skinny that quickly, I would definitely 100% take a GLP-1 or something to get there, if I could. I mean, I can, but it's not like, I don't think that's something that I really that badly want. But also, I feel like we need to be, oh my god, the people, I just thought about this, the people that need to be held accountable mostly are like the ones that are like fitness influencers that are doing these types of things and then like promoting it as if they did that themselves, like as if they went to the gym and worked out for that, because that is so bad. I feel like how can you sit there and like genuinely like lie to these people like this? That's so bad. That is horrible. That right there, like imagine you're like, oh yeah, like I got this skinny from going to the gym, and it's like you're like watching these influencers like, oh my god, like yeah, I'm gonna do the workout, da 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 da. Whole time they have like a surgery or they're on like a GLP-1 to lose weight. That would be insane. Like I feel like at least you should like be transparent about that type of stuff, because at the end of the day I feel like you won't be judged for doing it. It's more of the fact that like you lied and you had these people out here believing that like you just like lost all this weight and that you are working out and that if they work out they're gonna get those same exact results. And then whole time, babe, you literally didn't do any of that. Like that was the doctor, that was the medicine. Shout out to the scientists that came up with that, you know? And that sounds like mean and bad, but it's the truth. Like what? That's kind of crazy when you really think about it. That sounds insane. But yeah, I don't want to like grind anybody's gears with talking about this, but it's the truth. Like you can't tell me that you guys don't think about that, like when it comes to the technicalities and like behind the scenes of all of these people who, once again, disclaimer, not the people who are needing it, like diabetics and people who are on a weight loss journey, like that have actually been prescribed by their doctors, but like people that like don't genuinely need it, that's insane. But honestly, hey, I'm not knocking it, because if I had the funds, once again, I 110% would be in the same boat as some of these people. Like I can't even lie to you guys, I would. I think I'm gonna do my powder. Okay, let's see. I also wanted to talk about, oh, I forgot to go in and buff, oops. But yeah, I also really want to lastly discuss like influencers in these days, like what is going on in, especially like in the world. I feel like no one is like doing TikTok anymore. It feels kind of weird. Like what happened? I really wish the girls would come back to YouTube and like let that be a thing again, because I really miss that, because I love YouTube. I feel like now everyone's like migrating to TikTok and like that's the big thing, but like YouTube is so good. Like I love a long form content. I don't know if you guys, anybody agrees with me, but like long form content is like the best. Like genuinely, it doesn't get better than fully seeing somebody's day. I feel like on TikTok it's like little 5-second clips each, like 30 clips 5 seconds each. Like no, babe, I want to see the entire thing. I want to see the entire process. I want to know every single step. And I feel like with YouTube, obviously you can do that and that happens and it's like, okay, period, cute. But like with TikTok, there's no way that's happening. Like that's so annoying. I really want YouTube to come back again and like for that to be the thing. Like that would be great if the girls would come back to YouTube, because I love it over here. I love watching YouTube videos. Like I said, it's great. My eyes like watering. This is going to piss me off so badly. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I literally love TikTok. I'm on TikTok 24/7. I think I have a TikTok addiction actually, and it's not healthy. But also like I just think that like I wish TikTok had more long form content. Like because I love a vlog. I shamelessly love a vlog. Like, they're just so, those are like, that's like superior form of content, is to be able to like go along with the person that you're watching and like see what they're doing with their day. Like, that's so much fun. I enjoy that. It's a weird adjustment from going to like watching a YouTube video, which can be like an hour, 30 minutes, to like watching a TikTok, which is max 60 seconds. That is annoying, okay? But also I kind of love TikTok because it does give YouTube vibes sometimes when the people are making the content correctly. But I don't know, maybe I'm just picky, and maybe I'm just like, I love YouTube so much that I just want it to be, but you can't replicate YouTube no matter what. I feel like TikTok still doesn't add up to what YouTube truly is at the end of the day. All of the content, the way that it is, the creativity of a YouTube video could never be replicated. I don't know, maybe that's just me feeling that way, but that's what I think. I don't think it could ever be replicated. But yeah, I feel like all in all, social media is going to change no matter what, unfortunately. But I just hope that like YouTube is like going to forever be that girl, and I hope that the girlies come back to YouTube, because that'll be great. But yeah, you guys, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed me yapping it up. I want to do more videos like this, so let me know if you like this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video. Bye.